What's good, everybody? It's your brother, Man Black, the most dangerous and the most toxic black man on the internet. The brother who told you not to be a wind-up twerk toy for these industry devils, but you did it anyway, and now you're up on stage dancing, looking like your soul just got sucked out of your body. And I am black up in your face again with some more pro-black commentary. So I've seen this video circulating around social media, and I found it very interesting. And for you fellas out there, not for the reason that you think, okay? So it's a video of this female entertainer. I really can't call her a rapper, called Ice Spice, and she's on stage dancing and twerking. And the person who's filming decided to do a close-up on her face and just showcase that she has this very blank and vacant expression on her face, or just really no expression at all while she's up there twerking, right? So, I want to talk about this because I do think that this is actually something very important and a very valuable lesson to learn from looking at this here. So I know a lot of males will be distracted by the dancing, so that's why I'm going to make sure I show it at the beginning just to show you what she's doing. But I want to focus on her the lack of expression on her face. Okay, and for those of you who don't have no idea who this is, she's they title her a female rapper. Her name is Ice Spice, and I know her as the one of the newer female rappers who basically raps about sexual exploits and also looks like she is special needs. Okay, so that I don't know if that's true or not. I don't know if she actually is special needs. I'm going based off her facial features. All right, and I know that that might be offensive to some people, but the first time I saw her, it looked like she might be a child who, or a person who was born with some form of either Down syndrome or fetal alcohol syndrome. And even when she talks in a very slow manner. So I assumed that she was special needs. And when I say that, I'm not saying that as a joke or to like make fun of her. I'm saying that as someone who has family members and who's been around people who have or who are special needs. All right, so that's what I'm saying. Like her facial features look like that, and if that's not true, then I apologize. But that's what I got the first time I ever saw her. I know a lot of guys are looking at her backside or the fact that she's light skinned, so they think she's cute or whatever, right? My first thought was, someone is exploiting this young female who has special needs. That's what I thought when I saw her, right? So, obviously, like I said, she's become somewhat popular, which I don't understand because there's nothing really she's saying that's has any substance to it, right? However, I understand that that's the industry these days. They just basically pluck young women off the stroll, put them in skimpy outfits, and have them twerk and talk about sex 24/7. Like that's what counts as a female side of hip hop nowadays, right? Just be as nasty as you can be and twerk your butt and get attention. And when I see her on stage here, it's very interesting that she's doing this performance where her body is doing all this motion, but her face has no expression whatsoever. And we don't get to see the entire performance, so I don't know if she actually I'll assume she's doing some sort of rapping or whatever or singing, even though that also is probably fake. She's probably lip syncing because, a lot of times nowadays you don't have performers actually do any real singing or real rapping on stage anymore. It's just lip syncing to an audio track. So, she's sitting there, twerking, and she just has this emotionless expression on her face. And to me, it shows the lesson that, not everything that glitters is gold. Okay? Just because this person is on TV, just because this person is widely known in the media, and you know they push her a lot because they've even pushed her into white media. Like she's been on certain podcasts and certain white TV shows and stuff like that. Like they really do push her, and you know, but that does not mean that this person is actually happy or this person actually feels fulfilled in their life. If they even are aware of what's actually going on around them, which I doubt that as well. I don't think this person even knows fully what they're really into. And you know, like a lot of these young performers, they're just going to use her up, put her out there, exploit her, use her up, and then cast her out. And then, you know, as she ages out of the group, they're just going to bring up another one that looks almost exactly like her and put them out there as the new, you know, hip, half-naked, rapping, nasty chick, right? So it's become like a never-ending cycle of just kind of bringing these young women into the industry, grinding them up, putting them through the meat grinder, and then casting them out, right? And like I said, she's the latest one that just happens to be there. And, you know, like I said, just to see her on this stage like this is actually kind of sad. I don't know if I really feel bad for her, but it is sad to seeing this person here, you know, like I said, with no expression, no emotion on their face. Might even be thinking about what in the hell am I doing up here? Is this really all worth it? You know, I've seen women with happier faces working at Target and Walmart or at Chick-fil-A or McDonald's than I see right here. You know, a lot of these young girls will look at someone like Ice Spice and look up to them and think like, wow, her life is great. This is where I want to be. But then when you actually look at her face, you know, it's hard to hide that emotion. It's hard to hide your true emotions during certain times. Like you can be fake for only a certain amount of time when you're in front of the camera, right? Every so often, that mask of happiness and satisfaction is going to drop off of your face. So to see this shows me that she's not truly happy. In fact, she's probably very depressed. That's why you hear about so many of these entertainers out here, even from like the golden era, whether they be in Hollywood or music, they either get into drugs real heavy or they wind up killing themselves. Okay, because once again, everything that glitters is not gold. These people are not all happy and their life is not all great. I know a lot of people in regular society thinks that's what it is because that's what it's been presented to us, but that's not always the truth. So, you know, you folks can let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. I very much like to hear your opinions on what I had to say in this video. And hopefully I stayed down the middle enough to where I didn't come off as too derogatory against her. Like I said, I'm not a fan of hers, obviously. I don't listen to her music. But, well, you really can't even call it music, but you know what I mean. Like, I don't listen to this. But like I said, from what I've seen of her, she just looks like someone who is basically just getting taken advantage of and is just another you know, subject or object to be grinded up in this industry that we call entertainment. You guys let me know how you feel about it in the comments section. Anyway, this is Mad Black, and I will be back with my foot on a devil's back.